Have you ever wondered how many countries make up the vast and diverse continent of Africa? It's a fascinating question, isn't it? Africa, the world's second-largest continent, is made up of 54 distinct nations. Yes, you heard that right, 54. It's a number that often surprises people, revealing just how little we may know about this remarkable part of the world. The subject of Africa is an intriguing one, primarily because of the sheer diversity and richness the continent offers. Each of these 54 countries has its own unique culture, history, and way of life, contributing to the vibrant tapestry that is Africa. From the bustling city life of Lagos to the tranquil landscapes of Botswana, from the ancient pyramids of Egypt to the verdant hills of Rwanda, Africa is a continent of contrasts and surprises. Yet, it's not uncommon to hear people speak of Africa as though it's a single, homogeneous entity. This is one of the most prevalent misconceptions about Africa, reducing the continent's vast diversity to a single narrative. It's a perspective that fails to acknowledge the multitude of languages spoken, the variety of cuisines enjoyed, and the myriad of traditions and customs practiced across these 54 countries. The reality is that Africa is incredibly diverse, more so than any other continent. It's a place where you can find the world's largest desert, the Sahara, and its largest tropical rainforest, the Congo. It's home to bustling metropolises and remote villages, to ancient traditions and cutting-edge innovations. But why does this matter? Well, understanding the diversity of Africa is crucial to appreciating its history, its people, and its potential. It helps us see the continent not as a single monolithic entity, but as a vibrant mosaic of cultures, histories, and experiences. So, let's dive into the rich tapestry of African history and explore its 54 unique countries. Each one has a story to tell, a story that is part of the greater narrative of this extraordinary continent. And who knows, you might just discover that Africa is even more fascinating and diverse than you ever imagined. Africa, the cradle of humankind, has been home to some of the world's oldest and most advanced civilizations. Let's embark on a journey back in time, to the era of ancient Egypt, a civilization that spanned over 3,000 years. From the grandeur of the pyramids to the intricacies of hieroglyphics, Egypt's contributions to architecture, mathematics, and writing systems are undeniable. Their advancements in medicine, such as understanding the importance of cleanliness and surgery, made them pioneers in the field. Our journey continues westward to the city-state of Carthage, located in modern-day Tunisia. Established by the Phoenicians, Carthage was a dominant maritime power in the Mediterranean. Its wealth and influence were derived from trade, and its naval prowess was unparalleled. The Carthaginians were skilled shipbuilders and navigators, establishing trade routes and colonies across the Mediterranean. Next, we travel to the Kingdom of Axum in present-day Ethiopia and Eritrea. Axum was a major player in the international trade network, connecting Africa, India, and the Mediterranean. Besides its economic significance, Axum was a cultural and religious center. It adopted Christianity early on, and its massive carved stone stelae serve as enduring symbols of the kingdom's rich history. Our final stop is the Empire of Mali in West Africa. Ruled by illustrious leaders like Sundiata Keita and Mansa Musa, Mali was renowned for its wealth, particularly in gold. Mansa Musa's legendary pilgrimage to Mecca in the 14th century is a testament to Mali's prosperity. The empire was also a cultural hub, with the city of Timbuktu becoming a center of Islamic scholarship. From Egypt's architectural marvels to Mali's scholarly contributions, these civilizations have shaped not just Africa, but the world. Their advancements in various fields have left an indelible mark on human history. Their tales of prosperity, innovation, and resilience stand as a testament to Africa's rich historical tapestry. These ancient civilizations laid the foundation for what Africa would become. As time progressed, the Middle Ages brought about significant changes to the African continent. This period saw the spread of two major religions, Islam and Christianity, across the vast landscapes of Africa. Islam, introduced by Arab traders along the eastern coastline, permeated inland, influencing societies, cultures, and kingdoms. Christianity, on the other hand, found a home in the heart of Ethiopia, later spreading to other regions. The Middle Ages also bore witness to the rise of powerful African kingdoms. The Kingdom of Mali, the Songhai Empire, the Ethiopian Empire, and Great Zimbabwe are just a few worth mentioning. These kingdoms thrived on trade, agriculture, and mining, and they became centers of learning and culture. However, this period was not without its dark moments. The onset of the transatlantic slave trade marked a tragic chapter in African history. millions of Africans were forcibly taken from their homes, forever altering the demographic and cultural landscape of the continent. As we transition into the colonial era, a pivotal moment comes to mind: the Berlin Conference of the late 19th century. This gathering of European powers, often referred to as the Scramble for Africa, led to the partitioning of Africa amongst them. Countries such as Britain, France, Germany, and Belgium carved up the continent with little regard for the indigenous cultures, languages, and kingdoms that had existed for centuries. The colonial era was a time of immense change. New administrative systems were imposed, economies were restructured to serve the interests of the colonizers, and borders were redrawn with a ruler's straight edge. The effects of these changes continue to reverberate throughout Africa today. The colonial era left an indelible mark on Africa, shaping its modern history in profound ways. The 20th century ushered in a wave of independence movements across Africa. A period of awakening, a time of struggle, and an era of liberation, the 20th century painted a vivid picture of Africa's thirst for sovereignty. In the 50s and 60s, a wave of independence swept across the continent. The struggle for autonomy was a shared sentiment, yet each country had its unique journey, marked by the courage of key figures and events that etched their names in history. In Ghana, the charismatic Kwame Nkrumah led the Gold Coast to independence in 1957, making it the first sub-Saharan nation to break free from colonial rule. His vision of a united Africa continues to inspire the continent. In South Africa, the fight against apartheid was a long and arduous journey. Nelson Mandela, a figure of global reverence, was instrumental in dismantling the oppressive system and leading the nation to democratic rule. The Mau Mau uprising in Kenya, Algeria's brutal war of independence, and the bloody Biafra conflict in Nigeria were all epic struggles for liberty, each leaving an indelible mark on the continent's history. But Africa's journey didn't end with independence. It was merely the beginning of a new chapter: modern Africa. This period has been characterized by significant progress, but also by persistent challenges. Africa today is a tapestry of vibrant cultures, breathtaking landscapes, and bustling metropolises. It has made great strides in areas like education, health, and technology. African nations are now home to some of the fastest-growing economies worldwide, testament to their resilience and potential. Yet, the continent continues to grapple with issues such as poverty, corruption, and conflict. These challenges, while significant, are not insurmountable. They are but stepping stones on the path towards a brighter future. In the face of adversity, Africa has shown time and again its ability to rise. Its people, its greatest asset, are determined to shape their own destiny. Their resilience, creativity, and spirit of unity are driving the continent forward, towards a future filled with promise. Today, Africa is a continent on the rise, filled with promise and potential. The struggles of the past have forged a resilient present, paving the way for a future where Africa's full potential can truly shine. The history of Africa is as vast and varied as the continent itself. Africa, a land of 54 unique countries, each with its own distinct culture, language, and history. This continent has been the cradle of civilization, nurturing ancient societies that have left indelible marks on the pages of history. From the pyramids of Egypt to the rock-hewn churches of Ethiopia, Africa's ancient civilizations have demonstrated remarkable ingenuity and resilience. Then came the Middle Ages and the Colonial era, periods that saw the continent undergo profound transformations. Kingdoms rose and fell, trade routes crisscrossed the continent, bringing in new ideas, goods, and people. But it was also a time of great upheaval as foreign powers imposed their will on the continent. The scars of this era, though healing, are still visible in many parts of Africa today. However, the spirit of Africa is indomitable. The 20th century witnessed a wave of independence movements sweeping across the continent. Nations emerged from the shackles of colonial rule, each carving out its own path toward self-determination and progress. Today, modern Africa is a vibrant mosaic of cultures, languages, and societies, each contributing to the continent's rich tapestry of life. Understanding Africa's history is not just about acknowledging its past. It's about appreciating the continent's diversity and complexity. It's about recognizing the strength and resilience of its people. And it's about understanding how Africa's past has shaped its present and will influence its future. As we look back on this journey through Africa's history, we are reminded of the continent's immense contributions to human civilization. Its story is one of survival, resilience, and triumph. It's a testament to the enduring spirit of its people and the boundless potential of its lands. As we continue to explore and learn about Africa, we uncover the depth and richness of a continent that has shaped the world in countless ways.